Promotional consideration provided by Rockland Trust. David Rogers Electric. M. Duffany Builders. Eastman's Home and Hardware. Crane Appliance.
Hello, welcome to Falmouth is Cooking. I'm Gail Blakely, your host for this half-hour show where we talk about lots of things related to food. And today we have a very special guest. I'm pleased to have James Nicas here with me, chef. Thank you very much for coming. James is going to tell us a little bit about his background. Grew up in the restaurant business, and we also have his wife Denise is off to the side, and she may come up and help us with a couple of our tasks. But I am just absolutely thrilled to have you. It's really very fancy, and I love fancy. And we have the Escoffier medal. Want to just tell me a little bit about your growing up first, and then we'll get into Monsieur Escoffier.
Well, it's our pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Many people will say I haven't grown up yet, but I grew up in the restaurant business. My family owned a restaurant for 71 years in the Worcester area, a small town called Leicester. My dad was in the Navy, got out of the Navy, opened a restaurant in the Worcester area with a partner, and then decided that to raise a family, he needed a little more. So they moved to another restaurant, and it was a dairy bar. It took them almost a year and a half to clean and organize the restaurant, and they opened in 1949.
Right after the war.
Right after the war, and ran the dairy bar. And my dad was classically trained in Europe,
Wow.
but at that point in time, a dairy bar where you served fried chicken, fried clams, 30 flavors of ice cream. That's really what was needed. And Route 9 was the main thoroughfare that ran from Boston to New York.
Okay.
It was before the turnpike. So it was an extremely busy location and business. I mean, they would sell 1.5 tons of fried chicken a weekend.
This was late 40s,
early 50s. The food kind of environment changed in the mid-60s.
Yes, it sure did.
in America, but especially in around the Boston area, which Leicester was an hour from Boston. So my dad decided now was the time to use his classical training. And at that point in time, there was no one else there. He was dominating the field. But for 71 years, it was really a great business for the whole family. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, myself, and just a quick aside, I was going to school to be a dentist. graduated Holy Cross, on my way to dental school. The family needed help.
Where you went.
And the restaurant business is something that we were trained in. So it just became a natural.
Okay. Were you classically trained, or did you learn from your
I
dad?
learned from a number of people. A maitre d' who taught me everything about dining room service. My dad, and many of the chefs that worked with him. In later years, my dad would run a program at Johnson Wales University, what they call DVC, or Distinguished Visiting Chef. And he brought 160 chefs into that program. They would do a 3 or 4 day demo, and they would cook something for everyone. And it really was quite amazing. I mean, it was Paul Bocuse, Joel Robuchon, Roger Verger.
Big names.
Huge names, and a lot, people that we worked with at the restaurant, Larry Forgione from American Place, Danny Bruce, who was the executive chef at the Boston Harbor. We had the ability to work and meet a lot of great people, and you always take something with you when you deal with someone like that.
Of course, and that's what I hope our viewers also get from someone like you. I know you've given me a few little tidbits of information that I didn't have, that I now know, and I thought I would just show you a couple of photos. This is from an old cookbook, 1963, and this is something that when I showed James this, he said, "Oh, there I am." One of those people. This is in Paris. You weren't at Tour d'Argent.
No.
And then here is some tableside service also from another very, very New Yorkie, I guess is the best way to say, but certainly fine dining. And when James said to me that he would do for us here a tableside service of a Caesar salad, I thought that would be wonderful. First of all, it's spring, we got daffodils, we got hyacinth, we're ready for summer and eating a little more healthily, and we are going to show you how it was done in the past. I don't think it's done anymore, is it? Is there any place that you can think of that does this?
I cannot. It's time consuming, and it's more labor intensive because it's one person doing 15 or 20 minutes of work without dealing with the prep or cleanup. And it's just not cost effective today.
We do have a photo of James when he was about 18, we think, roughly, and we'll be showing that at there we are. There you are overseeing. Is that what you're doing, standing there with your hands behind your back?
I'm flambeing, and my dad is making sure that I don't make any mistakes.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's great. So here we are going to get started with, let's get started with our salad. Let's get the lettuce chilled, and then we can talk a little bit about escoffier.
Absolutely.
And the escoffier, les amis d'escoffier, the New England chapter of signed menu by Julia Child. Really nice. This is for her 53rd dinner. What do you think they called him? Did they call him Gus?
Yes, they called him Auguste.
Auguste.
There was no.
There was no shortening.
I mean, Escoffier was, and I'll go into it, but he was the chef of kings and the king of chefs. And there was no shortcuts with, fondly in the kitchen, people would call him Gus.
Okay.
In this country, not
in
not. So lettuce.
Okay, lettuce.
Romaine is easy, but one of my instructors taught me that you want to take a minute, cut the lettuce so that
So you cut that into quarters, trimmed it, cut it into quarters.
now it's manageable. It's not the leaves are not too big.
Okay. Good. And then that goes in the bowl.
It goes in the bowl,
All right.
and it is very necessary not to have too much of the green.
Oh,
It, the idea with romaine is that it's a low, you gotta do a little more,
low water.
a low water content. The lettuce,
Lettuce, okay. Did you want to put the lettuce in the bowl and to chill with these bowls
no,
as
we're
well?
gonna use, it's a procedure, and if I break the procedure, the gentleman who was my dining room maitre d' early on,
Yep.
I would still be able to feel him putting his hand on my shoulder
Really?
to this day, and he's been gone for a lot of years. So, lettuce.
Lettuce and
I'm
croutons
going to go through the croutons. Now, we have croutons here.
that you made at home.
We made them home because what I really dislike is if you were to buy croutons, individuals might like that better. What it does is they're flavored. And to me, Caesar salad is integrated flavor. It should not be component strong at all. So
Blended, you said.
blended.
Blended.
So to cut croutons and to buy bread, pretty basic. They toast up nice. You've got both crust and in the soft pot.
The sort of the, I don't want to say rage, but the attractive thing that you see now a lot on Pinterest and some of the Instagram posts is to take bread like that and tear it so that they're rough.
Right.
And supposedly that's like the way to do it, but
You know,
I don't know, this looks pretty classic to me.
I mean, you can see that they toast up nice
Yep,
and
yep.
golden.
Yep.
And I'll explain to you kind of the whole method.
Okay.
Now,
Did you put oil, did you toss them in oil?
not at all.
No, so you just roasted them in, I
you-
think our recipe's going to be up, but,
yeah.
so in a
It's about a
400 oven?
yeah, about 395, 400
Okay.
in convection roast.
Okay,
Just keeping an eye on them
Okay.
to be sure that that they don't burn.
that they don't burn, yep. Okay. And parm, let's talk parm.
Well, you know, let's. I'm very, very prejudiced in my Parmesan.
Okay,
I do not particularly like the grated Parmesan because it really does show a lot more salt content, and it's
as a preservative, is that what they do? They add more
you know,
salt?
I don't know. My chef would or maitre d' would be very upset if he saw anyone using that.
Pre-grated.
Right.
And
Well,
Lord help us, not the green box either,
oh, no.
right? The green little
you know,
circular
the
box.
pre-graded stuff that you would not necessarily you know, get in a market is fine, but it's got so much coating that it doesn't absorb the
The flavors.
and you really want everything to show
To show their basic flavors without
Exactly.
having any interference from chemicals or anything like that. All right,
All right.
now we have the mortar and pestle here. So anchovies?
anchovies are going to go for a
Okay.
garnish.
Were these from a can or were these from a glass jar?
No, these were from a can.
Okay.
Now, again, it's a flavor blend. Salt and pepper, especially salt.
Especially salt, even
Well,
with
you
anchovies.
need you need the abrasiveness of the
Salt.
salt to work the garlic. I had pre-chopped that.
And this was about a quarter of one
quarter of
clove,
one of those,
as opposed to a head.
right? And I was
Telling me the
telling
story.
Gail a story of really a great professor at one of the local colleges where we grew up, who was doing a dinner party before an opera performance, and the recipe called for 2 cloves of garlic. He used 2 heads. Had to be a moment of just
Oh,
yeah. And
Ooh.
he was really kind of amazed that no one would sit next to them at the opera.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well,
All
you know,
right.
it's food allergies are pretty wild. We have very good friends who are allergic to onion and garlic, and
Onions, huh? Oh,
it becomes very difficult. Now,
sure does.
you know, it's a nice universal blend of. Could use just a tad of oil.
Okay. And that's an olive oil mix, you said?
It's a blend of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil,
From the farmer's market, from our
right.
Falmouth farmer's market.
and yes, a wonderful farmers market in Falmouth. But olive oil is a very strong flavor, and it's great for dipping in bread. But you want a kind of uniformed, cohesive flavor for a Caesar salad. That's the way we learned that it was not component strong in any fashion. All right,
A blend,
a blend.
not component strong. Those are my key words for today. Okay, I am learning here. All right, and then we talked a little bit already about the citrus reamers, those
Yes.
cute little things that,
And they're fine, but if you, this right here, the white, is the
pit.
more bitter oil. If you go back to bartendering training, the best oils are on the outside, the skin. And that's why bartenders would use a channel knife to get the rind for a twist.
Okay.
So we were never taught to use a reamer. You gently pierce the
The flesh,
lemon
the
pulp.
juice, yeah, the pulp.
and you get nice clean juice. Takes a little longer.
Little different than Ina Garten in her electric, her electric machine. She puts it on and
We were
instantly we
we
have
were
juice.
never allowed to use.
Electronics
no.
like that, no.
You were in
Everything
the-
was by hand.
You were in the dining room.
Well, people were watching you for
Well,
this, right?
You know the.
I hope they weren't being rude and talking over you,
Oh, no,
drinking their martinis and stuff.
The great thing with it is, and I guess I could probably kind of give an overview of how Caesar was created while we're doing this.
Sure, okay. We have a lot to learn from you in half an hour. Okay, there go the seeds. I once knew a chef who said, oh, he said, leave the seeds in, that way they know it's a real lemon. Well, I don't know, that seems a little
No, we
not
don't.
right
We
to
don't
me.
leave seeds.
No,
in.
we don't leave seeds in.
So Caesar salad was. Let me just make sure I have the dates right.
Okay, Denise, you coming up to help us here? The bowl. Okay. All right. Thank you. Denise was front of the house and back of the house, she tells me after a while. But today she's being side of the house. How's that?
So separating
2 eggs.
2 eggs out.
And we're not throwing those whites away.
No, we are not.
No, not now.
We
Not
are-
with eggs,
No.
$12.99 a
God.
dozen.
Yeah, it's a wonderful world of make believe. But now this salad is probably the most recognizable salad
This one is.
in the world,
I
the
think
Caesar
so,
salad.
yeah.
It was started in 1924 by Cesar Cardini. Now, Cardini owned a restaurant in San Diego. This is the procedurally whisking the egg yolks and making an emulsification with the olive oil.
So what do you think, about 1 to 2 tablespoons? What do you think?
It can be as much as
Even more?
yeah, between
Okay.
4 ounces, 6
Okay.
ounces.
All right.
But the test is in how it forms. And like you see that I'm twisting the bowl. That it's an old trick that a maitre d' taught me years and years ago.
So if you were doing this in a restaurant at the table, you would be doing exactly this.
Exactly.
And turning as you do it. Would you be using another hand, or would you have the maitre d' would be pouring, or would Denise come out and do it?
Actually, in the day I would do it all myself. But
Really?
having my wife with me has always been really a pleasure. Now, okay, love,
Okay.
you can see
Oh, yeah.
how thick that gets and how easy. A little more. Yep,
A little more?
perfect. But going slow, you get that emulsification. But it is, perfectly hand.
It's around 4 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Denise.
So
All right.
now you
now
can
we
see
have-
the nice bright color. As you add the lemon juice, you'll watch the color start to change
Pourquoi?
because the lemon juice is actually cooking the egg. It's a simple acid-base type of cooking rather than heat transfer.
Like citrus would cook ceviche.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
You can see how much lighter that's getting.
Yes. This does not look like any jar of
I
Newman's Own. I see.
and Cardini's daughter took over after he passed away, and she sold out to another company that
Anchovy?
yeah,
Anchovy.
No?
That's anchovy and garlic, right?
anchovy and garlic.
And you want that totally blended, you told me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is interesting, because I often wondered why you would put mashed anchovy in the salad dressing and then also put some on for the presentation when
The
you
presentation.
were doing that.
And we would always ask if people
Yeah,
wanted it,
yeah.
because some people definitely didn't
Yeah.
want that. My wife tells me I should taste.
Now's
Okay.
the time to taste it.
Now is the
It's
time
not
to
acid.
taste it.
No, it's good.
No acid? Okay.
Yep, actually, just a touch more.
Okay.
Now, another little trick is croutons are dry. And that's why we use romaine. It doesn't have a lot of water content. So if you add the croutons to the dressing, they'll be coated without getting soggy. And then if you add the cheese, the cheese won't clump because the croutons give it enough airspace so that the
Okay.
people will put the cheese in, you get a big clump of cheese. And again, what we're dealing with is something that would have really a uniform flavor.
Okay. Want to put that here for now? Are we going to use the same bowl? Okay.
You could at home. Like I told you, my maitre d's training would be all over me if I tried to use the same bowl. He'd be looking at me and I'd feel the weight of his hand on my shoulder.
But if you were at home, would you use the same bowl?
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
And again,
That
It
is
is-
gorgeous.
it is all about blending. So you make sure that everything is coated. So the story with Caesar is Cardini sold his restaurant in San Diego and moved to Tijuana because of prohibition. He could actually serve alcohol and his guests could drink. At that point in time, Hollywood actors were going to Tijuana to blow off a little steam and
Have a good time.
have a good time and not
Eat
be
well, drink well.
recognized.
Ah,
So Cardini said, "Well, you know, I've got this large group of actors coming every weekend." Yeah,
that's good. Yep.
yeah, and let's create a salad for them. So he created the Caesar salad, and so they go back to Hollywood.
And his
they're-
name was Caesar Cardini. His name was Caesar Cardini?
Caesar Cardini.
Oh, okay. So the salad was
It's-
his creation, his
Exactly.
name.
And
That's beautiful. Wow. Gorgeous.
perfect.
A little
Yes.
bit more cheese, okay. Good trick about the croutons and the cheese. I never would have known that. Never would have guessed that.
All right. Well,
All right.
so going back to that, he decided to make the salad for them. The Hollywood actors would go back to Hollywood, and their favorite restaurant was the Brown Derby.
Okay.
Mr. Cobb, they recount this story, and Cobb was like, he could do it, I can do better.
Oh.
Made the Cobb salad.
Chopped. Everything was chopped.
Great salad, but never reached the kind of the levels of popularity that
Yeah,
Caesar did.
Yeah.
And you know, one quick story, you know, on a busy Saturday night, I might do 15 or 20 of these tableside. And I wasn't the only one, but one Saturday night, it was two of us, and it was I think a table 13, which is like the second tier off the window, a very, very prominent table. A party of three, a young couple and an elderly gentleman. They ordered Caesar, finally got there. I'm going through, and you know, he asked if I knew the story. So I, you know, gave him a quick kind of folklore thing that isn't, you know, about stagecoaches and wasting time and having dried bread and dried fish and lettuce from the
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah.
And I said, but that's really not the story. The story is, it was created by Caesar Cardini. I went through it. Halfway through, or a little more than halfway through, he looked at the two of us and he said, I was his apprentice when he made the Caesar salad.
Oh my
And I'm going like, oh my God. There's absolutely no pressure
No.
here.
Oh, wow.
He loved it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good.
It is the original recipe. Some people talk about putting Worcestershire, et cetera, into it. It, again, it's a uniform
Blending.
blended flavor.
Blended flavor. Yeah.
And
I can't wait. I want to try.
you tell me. Oh, I
There
got a
you are. I
fork here.
set your table there
There
for
we
you.
go. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Looks awfully good. Dressing looks wonderful. Oh,
It's not strong. It's just,
wow. That's perfect. I think you do a good job, Chef. All right. I'm going to munch away,
go ahead.
if that's okay, while
And-
you tell
and
us a few
we'll
more
talk
stories.
Well, the only variation would be that the original recipe calls for white and yolk, but it also calls for just a ever so tiny bit of vinegar.
Huh.
It makes a lighter, looser dressing, and Cardini's apprentice was very happy. We coated the lettuce. It made everything kind of cohesive rather than being kind of component strong.
It's amazing.
So, I mean, this was, the fun part of the restaurant business, because you were dealing with people, and they were definitely interested in what you were doing, because this is, something that wasn't done a lot. So,
In those days. Right. Right. Before we had myriads of what we have now, all of our products. And
well, yeah,
I have to laugh when I see a Caesar dressing, a Caesar salad kit with the dressing in a little plastic thing and plastic pouch and the bread there too.
the thing is, it takes very little time. And if you wanted to take this and expand it with grilled shrimp or grilled chicken, you have a whole meal, and really a healthy meal.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, should we talk a little bit about Escoffier?
Yes.
Here? And Les Amis d'Escoffier and
well,
who he was?
Escoffier was, like I had noted before, he's the king of chefs and the chef kings. And the German Kaiser gave him that title when he was working at the Savoy in London. Now, he was the man who codified recipes. He a great chef, but he took the whole brigade of the kitchen and changed everything. Made it more professional. There was no loud talking.
The brigade being all the people who worked together.
Everyone had different positions, and he cataloged some of the greatest recipes from famous chefs prior to him, Anton Carême and many others. But and he developed the 5 mother sauces, which people take for granted today. I mean, you have hollandaise, you had tarragon, you've got béarnaise, you had meat glaze, you have foyo, you have had tomato, you have a chiron. That's out of one sauce. You have pretty much everything across the board, whether it be fish, chicken, beef, Espanol, adding cream will give you, another variation. But, velouté and bechamel. Velouté was kind of my go-to because you could take that
Velouté
buttercream emulsion and add anything you wanted to it. Tarragon and tomato, you wanted to add fruit, and you had the variations across the board from a simple base. So Escoffier did that, and he really became the international chef of chefs. His last apprentice was Joseph Dunon.
Okay.
And our chapter is the New England chapter, but it was named in his honor. And he worked in New York and Newport for really a good part of his life. He worked for the Frick family. In fact, the Fricks asked him after dinner, Escoffier, I'm trying to remember if, I think it was the Carlton Hotel in London, to Escoffier planned the menu. Dunon was his apprentice. Escoffier was off. Dunon cooked the menu. Frick asked him if he wanted a job to come to the U.S. Dunon said, "Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah." So they were scheduled to leave by steamer, and Mrs. Frick twisted her ankle just before they got on the boat. She had to go to see a physician, and they missed the boat. The boat happened to be the Titanic. So they took the America a few days or weeks later.
Wow.
And so there was definitely fate involved.
Absolutely.
And
Wow.
my family, my dad was very fond of Dunnon, and you know, they would see each other quite often. He lived in Middleton, Rhode Island, so and he ran really some of the you know, the greatest dinners that the elite society had in Newport. He also started Les Amis d'Escoffier, or the Friends of Escoffier.
Which is what this dinner was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's chapters all over the world.
When did they start admitting women?
Some chapters still are not, but my dad was very adamant that there were going to be women in this chapter.
Okay.
From the beginning, I think the first dinners was like 73 or 74, but one of the great dinners was done at the Culinary Institute of America, and that was in 1975, and he inducted a great deal of women at that point in time, because that was his belief that it didn't matter if you were a professional, if you were an Indian chief. If you believed in the principles of fine cooking and dining, and
You could join.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
We have, now there was a dinner here. This is the 2001 dinner that was at the Castle Restaurant. Last fall, we had one at Coonamessett, where a number of our local people were inducted
yes,
into
it was
the society.
it was a great dinner.
It was a
The Coonamessett did a fantastic job. John Norton, above and beyond, but that was the first Escoffier dinner on the Cape.
Whoa,
And
just last year.
it was the last year, and the next dinner will be Nashua, New Hampshire Country Club, and one of the chefs who cooked that dinner at the Coonamessett is going to be hosting. He's the chef at Nashua Country Club. So, yes, I mean, you know, we're New England. We've members in Vermont, and Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and most importantly at the Cape, because you know I'm living the dream at the Cape.
Yeah,
So
yeah, good. Well, the Cape is very glad to have you.
well,
Certainly.
you know, and that does go both ways. You know.
Good. All right. Well, I think that may be a wrap for us today. I think that this is magnificent. I will never eat a Caesar salad again without thinking of this. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful job. Denise, thank you for coming in and staging and helping us. And you are terrific. I hope we get you back on here someday soon. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.